So, I've made a lot of comments in my time as a streamer about the ruthless, inhumane hatred of workers that is endemic to the right. And sometimes people think I'm exaggerating. But this clip went viral the other day, and I really appreciate it because it is so rare. But Shu says I literally had to lay down after this video. It is so rare that they are this honest. It's like a breath of fresh air.
I'm not an economic professor. If you get $800 a week unemployment benefits, and you live with a partner who also is getting $800 a week unemployment benefits, $1,600 a week, Laura, $83,000 a year for that household in unemployment benefits. The median income in America is only $63,000. We're incentivizing people to stay home. What if we gave that additional unemployment benefits to employers to incentivize people to go to work?
Well, what if we just...
What if we gave that money to employers to incentivize people to go to work? Self-satisfied smile. What a fucking ghoul.
Cut off the unemployment. I mean, hunger is a pretty powerful thing. I don't mean physical hunger, because people who truly are in need help. I'm talking about people who can work but refuse to work. But the government is literally...
Do you think either of these people are aware of what you have to do to stay on unemployment benefits? Do you think they know? Do you think they think it's just like infinite free money that just falls into your bank account with nothing or no credentials or anything like that?
Literally putting anvils in many ways on people's shoulders, either through the mandates, regulations, and now through free money, which obviously we're all the piper eventually has to be paid. John, I want to ask you though about this idea of work-life balance, because look, no one wants to miss their kids growing up.
Give me your opinion. Give me your opinion, mister. What if we gave more money to employers on work-life balance? Okay, I want to hear your take.
No one wants to, you stay in the office your whole life, you never see your family. So that's really important. However, have we taken that a step too far?
Just so you guys know, Americans work harder than almost any other developed country. American workers are worked harder than anyone else. In Europe, you do not work this hard. In America, we are taught to be proud of our exploitation. In America, people are proud of their grind, their Sigma male grind set. Well, you know what it means to be a Sigma male? It means rejecting the hierarchy, my dude. You're not on your Sigma male grind set when you're working 3 jobs, 67 hours a week, okay? That's the cuck set, okay? You're entering the cuck shed, watching the American globalist industrial elite fuck your wife, or your husband, or your NB partner. Do better, chat. It's time we modernize our cuck language, okay?
When you think of, well, a lot of the millennials talking about, well, I need time for self-care. I don't know why I'm harping on that tonight, but the whole...
Oh, look at this guy. He's like, oh yeah, the way millennials want self-care. Like, again, so any opinion I have on these two, I can't express on YouTube. Let's continue.
Self-care movement is a little, I mean...
I can't express on YouTube because it's too nuanced and it would take too much time to get into.
My mother is not with us anymore, but she worked by the time she was 12 during the Depression. If she heard the self-care thing, I think her head would explode.
Again, this is what I mean. Americans are taught... Listen, conservatives, if you are watching this, you're watching 2 millionaires say, if you need more time to yourself, you're weak. There is nothing admirable about being willing to work harder to make more money for this guy on the right, okay? See this guy? Look, like, they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you. They're shoveling shit directly into your mouth, and you're clapping as they do it. This guy is rich as fuck, and he's just sitting here. Yeah, I think we should have gotten more money. I think things are too easy for the workers. These people are like comedic pantomimes of the Gilded Era's robber barons, okay? In good old days, union workers used to meet in their bars and play darts, throwing sharp objects at printed political cartoons that are caricatures of their bosses, okay? This guy is going on Fox News in front of what I'm going to guess is $10,000 of expensive malt liquor to say that he has it too hard and that workers are getting too much time for self-care.
You know, I think that's right.
Old
I have
school.
a friend in the military who trains military dogs, Laura, and they only feed a military dog at night because a hungry dog is an obedient dog. Well,
this is, to be clear, and this has been the position of the American oligarchy for literal centuries. It is refreshing to see them express it so plainly. This has always been what they believe. They do not think you are people. You are cogs in a machine that make them money. Some of them are aware of their contempt for you. Most of them aren't. But I appreciate this guy for his honesty.
if we're not causing people to be hungry to work, then we're providing them with all the meals they need sitting at home. I'm completely with you, Laura. These benefits make absolutely no sense to us. And
we're living in an era of unprecedented wealth. And in this era, it is the opinion of this man whose hands are soft and unworked like the gentle weave of the silk pillows he sleeps on at night. He is saying that life would be better if you had to work harder. He is, by the way, not even giving you a reason why. He's not saying that it would be better for the economy. He's not even saying that it would improve your character. He is, just as a matter of fact, as though it should be taken for granted, making the claim that because you are a worker, because you are not wealthy, your life belongs to him. Work-life balance? No. Self-care? No. Unemployment benefits? No. This guy's a millionaire, but he could be a billionaire, and it's your fault that he's not.
on top of the impact of not getting employees and not being able to run our businesses, in my industry, we have meat prices are up 10%, chicken prices are up 15%.
No, inflation is killing. Is going to kill business. I mean, it's going to. That's
Yep.
that.
Did she almost say gonna kill the working class?
Inflation is killing. Is killing. Is killing.
Killing the business. It's almost like she.
Inflation is killing. Is going to kill business. I mean, it's.
It feels almost like she was going to say the working class, but then she realized this segment was explicitly anti-working class, so she had to talk about business. I don't know, just a feeling.
And chicken prices are up 15%.
No, inflation is killing. Is going to kill business. I mean, it's going to. That's the next shoe to drop. The Democrats.
Can I just address conservatives on their Sigma male grind set for a second? Anybody who watches Laura, I really want to know, how do you feel about the fact that she thinks you're literal human scum? I mean, how does that feel to you? There is no benefit in your life that she could not justify taking away from the logic that she has provided, okay? Working 80-hour weeks? Why not? People used to. Sending your children to coal mines? Why not? People used to. The logic that she is engaging in is antithetical to the benefit of every single modern civilizational advancement. If we followed her logic, you could go all the way back to removing internalized plumbing, okay? It is not just a regressive mindset, it is a suicidal mindset. I mean, you are essentially, like, whatever happened to rugged autonomy? Didn't that used to be a conservative value? Whatever happened to the idea that you're like a strong, independent person who fights for your own rights, who fights for your own, like, well-being and your family and stuff? And then you say this, and then you turn around and watch as the most powerful people in the world laugh and nod their heads and say that you have too much. And you're like, yep, I do have too much. Yep, take away my shit. Yep. How is that not, how are you not being cucked? How are you not just a cuck? I really do mean this, by the way. How are you, no, actually, I'm going to take a step further, okay? Maybe use the moralizing language that you'll enjoy, okay? You are more pathetic than the most pathetic caricature of a cuckold you have ever envisioned, okay? You are the worst iteration of the worst iteration of the thing you hate, because you have made yourself completely subservient. You are, by that man's own language, a dog to the most powerful people in the world. You're just a dog. You have to be kept hungry. In any story, in a movie, in a book, anybody who spoke that way about the people beneath them would be immediately and unequivocally regarded as a villain. This is like shorthand talk for villainy. He might as well have thrown his head back and laughed while lightning cracked in the window behind him. Okay? If you seriously imagine reading a book, okay, and you're sneaking, the James Bond is sneaking in the hallway, and he overhears some CEO guy, and he's like, "This, sir, why don't we pay our workers more? Dogs have to be kept hungry, don't they? They won't work if they're not hungry." Like, this is, if you wrote this into a story, you would be criticized for making it too obvious that that person is the villain. It would be considered juvenile writing, like comic book writing. Like, you couldn't have done this more subtly. But he's doing it in real life. Real, actual life. And there are people who look at that and they think that's okay. There are people who look at that and they think that's fine. And worse, they celebrate the fact that they are complicit to that system. Now, my man over here, thank you, chat, John Taffer, apologized on Twitter. I'll preempt my response. I don't care. Regarding an interview I did yesterday, I want to sincerely apologize for using a terrible analogy and reference the unemployment situation. That was not my intention, and I greatly regret it. My comment was an unfortunate attempt to express a desire for our lives to return to normal. First of all, no, it wasn't. The military dog analogy was about incentivizing people's work. It was not about returning to normal. That isn't even the context of the comment that he made. I recognize this has been a challenging year for everyone, and I am eager for the hospitality industry to come back stronger than ever, promoting his work. Right. So to be clear, he does not feel bad about anything that he said. Even if his apology was sincere, it's very revealing, the language that he chose to use while on national television. But this apology doesn't even speak to the fundamental problem of what he said. Nothing about this apology has anything to do with his, his regarding workers like hungry dogs who need to be kept in line. It doesn't even acknowledge that. It just doesn't. It's just some attempt to paint over it. And by the way, he wasn't even the first person to make the dog analogy. Laura Ingraham did first. Remember? She was the first one to do it. She said, gotta be kept hungry, but not like literally hungry. She said, covering herself, realizing that what she said was a very, very clear endorsement of keeping people starving on the streets so they're desperate for work. But like hungry conceptually, as if there's not a relationship between cutting employment benefits and being actually hungry. That's, by the way, there's a question for Laura Ingraham. If she doesn't mean literally hungry, why is she talking about cutting unemployment benefits? She's anti-welfare. You know what happens when you cut welfare, right? People go literally hungry. It's not like some weird analogy or turn of phrase. That is the literal outcome of what happens when you cut benefits. They're literally them, this is them. Yeah. Literally true. Guys, if you're on the right, I'm asking you, wait, can I make a sincere plea? Because I haven't actually said anything disparaging about conservatives yet, only about these people. Conservatives are a victim of these people. Can you share this video with your conservative friends and family? I'm begging you, please. I need you to look at this. This isn't just some like errant turn of phrase. This wasn't like a misspeak. No, link it in chat. My video when it's released. This isn't some errant turn of phrase. This isn't like a like an accidental, oh, she misspoke situation. That was an explicit set of values detailed in language, which has basically been perfectly aligned with all of their rhetoric for decades. How do you defend this? I'm not defending the Democrats here. The Democrats aren't great, but Democrats don't talk like this for the most part, okay? This is a Republican moment, all right? Democrats will at least fight for the bare subsistence necessities for human life, which is something that, by the way, if you're an American citizen, you are entitled to. You are entitled to that. If you don't work, you're still entitled to that. If you kind of suck as a person, you're still entitled to that. We live in a society of unprecedented wealth and grandeur. Do not allow yourselves to be convinced by Republicans who sit on top of an unfathomably large and powerful system of economic and political worth to convince you that we don't have the power to give people basic subsistence needs. Because we definitely do. He took PPP loans. Yeah, of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Obviously he did. Of course he did. And he asks for more. Just don't be a cuck. If you actually care about rugged individualism and autonomy, then stop falling for the bait anytime somebody with a 7-figure bank account tells you you're not working hard enough. I mean, God, Jesus Christ. Why are so many Republicans so hypocritical? Keep in mind that Republican voters and Republican leaders are not the same groups of people, okay? Republican leaders fuck over everyone beneath them, and they keep getting voted in because they distract Republicans with meaningless cultural issues.